If you got any build your God Squad theme team or get your favorite player, check out my new sponsor, AOEAH.com, for your new favorite spot to get some coins, man. They're cheap and reliable, and they're going to get you to your own time, man. Use code BRIEF for 3% off your order, and let them know I sent you, man. And we're back here with another video, man. Today we got the best wide receivers here in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. This is going on during September 30th. This is before Team Diamonds and before Legends are being revealed tonight at 6 o'clock. So I'm recording like at 11 a.m. So this is the best receivers here in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. I have used majority of these cards on this list, so my opinion is pretty valid, and I do actually play the game a lot, so my opinion is actually pretty good. So coming in at number 10, we do have the MCS Jalen Waddle, and he's really solid for a free card, man. The only issue with the card is that he's 5'10", 180. But besides that, you put him on kick return, put him on some drags or whatever. He can get busy on that, man. But 88 speed, 87 excel, 88 agility, 88 catching, 87 catching traffic, 87 short, 87 medium, 85 deep route running, 86 spec, 81 release as well, with 88 change of direction. Miami Dolphins is rocking that Miami Dolphins theme team. You have a 90 speed wide receiver, and I think an 89 speed wide receiver with Tyreek Hill. But I mean, for a free wide receiver, you're getting a top 10 wide receiver for free if you have the MCS was like 2 to 3 weeks ago, if you happen to do it. So I do believe he is a solid card, not the best wide receiver, but a nice solid free card to have on your team if you're no money spent or going to budget opportunity. Coming in at number 9, we do have Courtland Sutton. I do feel like between him and the next player on this list, you probably can change it up just a little bit, in my personal opinion. But 88 speed, 87 excel, 85 agility, 84 awareness, 89 catching traffic, 88 short, 87 medium, 84 deep. But if you long have a deep route running card, it goes to 86, 88 spec, 89 release, with 6'3", 216 pounds, being a physical archetype. He is actually a really good card and a free card as well. So just think about it like this: if you grinded the game out, you have a top 10 receivers right here alone for free if you was grinding the game out. So keep that in mind. The only thing that really technically hurts this card is his archetype, because he really doesn't get much. But having matchup nightmares is actually pretty solid. Also, the traits is actually pretty good as well. Here's Waddle's player traits. You can pause and look at it if you want to. But Courtland Sutton's a nice solid free card to have. I think number 9. Now, if you want to, swap Sutton for Moss, you honestly can, and I don't blame you. But when it comes to Moss, we all know how we love about Moss, ladies and gentlemen. But 87 speed, 86 excel, 88 catching, 87 catching traffic, 86 short, 87 medium, 88 deep, 90 spec, 87 release, with 84 change of direction. Randy Moss, and also play for a plethora of teams, ladies and gentlemen. So, and also have wonderful player traits. Now, especially on the theme team, man, I don't know, it's just something weird about this card. Even though he is from like the launch of the game back in August, he's still really good for an 87 speed receiver. Obviously, if you have the theme team, 89 speed, 88. But besides that, really still have no problems with Moss, and I'm actually technically still using this card to this day. Do I plan on moving on from Moss? Yes, eventually, yes, I will eventually move on from Moss. But at the right now, I'm just going to keep him. But he is, I think, wonderful. You want to move him up a little bit, you can. But Randy Moss is definitely still a top tier receiver in this game, and don't sleep on this card, man. Next up, we have Jay Jetta's Justin Jefferson. It's crazy how some of these cards have now, which are like legit the best in the game, and now are like, I ain't say bottom tier, but they're not even the best anymore at their position. This Jefferson still fries, trust and believe. Every time I play this card, man, coverage, he kills me, man. But 88 speed, 87 excel, 85 agility, 87 catching traffic, 87 short, 88 medium, 89 deep, 89 spec, 88 release, with 86 change direction, being a deep threat. Jay Jettis is still actually really solid and really good to have on your team, and also some solid traits as well. So whenever he does get his upgrade, and you can hit the gritty with him, but whenever he gets his upgrade, he's gonna be really good as well. Because even still now, he gives me issues, bro. It's not even close, man. Like, for a card you can get for almost 200k, potentially 190, and you're getting like a top tier receiver, I still put him up there with one of the top receivers. I don't know why it's something about this card. I think he fries me more than anybody from the people I just mentioned. So next up, we have Chad Johnson, man. And it's kind of bad how they did this card, personally, in my opinion. I do think Jefferson might be a little bit better, but it's not that far off it's far by a little bit, the difference in stats. But if he was at least 89 to 90 speed, he would be a whole lot higher. Now, the reason why he still is actually pretty expensive is because it's team of the week cards, and we know how weak team of the week cards are. I mean, bundles are. and there's no trainer variety pack. So they're overly priced, certain depending on the stats of the card. And I think this is one of them. But he's pretty solid though. 88 speed, 88 excel, 89 agility, 87 catching, 88 catching traffic, 87 short, 86 medium, 90 deep, 90 spec, 89 release, which should have at least been a 90 or 91. And 91 chain direction is probably the biggest thing. But compared to everybody we've seen, he has one of the best. Next, I guess Waddle. You can say Waddle has the top tier chain direction. But besides that, this card I think is a little overpriced for my liking. It should at least be close to the same price. Maybe Jefferson, maybe about like 100K. It's about 300K in my personal opinion. But hey, it is what it is. But overall, a pretty solid wide receiver, Chad Johnson. I rarely play this card, personally, in my opinion. I still play them, but it's rare. Like I'll play more Jefferson, Moss, Sutton, Waddle, practicing all well. The rest of these cards are kind of free or cheap. Well, even some of the guys people are not even really bringing them out on the team unless you're on like a Bengals or a Patriots theme team. Even with the Legends theme team, a lot of people are still rocking out with Moss. So next up we have Devonte Smith, which is a card I wanted to test out, but I didn't actually. Now, if you want to put him up higher, you can. I still might. But 89 speed, 90 excel, 88 agility, 89 awareness, 91 catching, 89 catching traffic, 91 short, 88 medium, 88 deep. So you have the only thing that really won't be updated to 90 will be the medium route running if you have never deep route running card. 89 spec, 90 release is actually pretty good. But the 88 chain direction. So the only thing that really does scare me is, I mean, obviously 6 foot is a good height. But just him being 6 foot, you know, 172 pounds, can he really like block? You know, can he really go up there and get it? Because height and weight really matter on next gen. But besides that, I don't know. I played him on mainly on Eagles theme teams from what I have seen. Will still be a nice solid card to have on your team. And he's still actually pretty good because he does fry. It's just what really scares me more is the height and the weight. But far as stats wise, really good. Next up we have Michael Crabtree, and I think he's better than Devonte, but like I mentioned before, when it comes to these Team of the Week cards, the bundles and the packs are just terrible, man. But 89 speed, 88 excel, 87 agility, 88 catching, 90 catching traffic, 88 medium, 88 deep, 87 chain direction. So play for also a number of theme teams as well. I mean, if you want to go to Devonte Smith, I don't blame you, but I just feel like for some reason, I just feel like Crabtree is just a little bit better. Obviously, the same speed might be, but he has better excel, which is kind of a big thing. Better agility and then, you know, release is better and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like Crabtree might be just a tad bit better, and you get a little bit more bang for your buck. So play for a plethora of things. I think it was traits. I don't think I showed Devonte Smith traits and Chad Johnson traits as well. I think I might have showed it, but that's about Crabtree. Now we're into the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. So we have Larry Fitz. Price, if you put Larry Fitz over Crabtree and Devonte Smith, if you guys have played Larry Fitzgerald this year, and you guys can want to compare him to last year from what we played, Larry Fitz goes crazy. Jump ball, he burns people. Legends theme team, because people ain't rocking no Cardinals. Let's just be honest. I'm sorry, Cardinals fans. Larry Fitz is filthy. 88 speed, 87 excel, 83 agility, 90 catching traffic, 89 short, 87 medium, 90 deep, 89 spec, 88 release. This card is good. You know, 218 pounds, 6'3". You got the height. It's ridiculous how good this card actually is and have traits, which is really good. So I think Larry Fitz is still up there at the top tier. Obviously surprising that he wasn't 89 speed, close to 90. But you know, it is what it is. But he's really good, man. Like I vouch for this card personally, I think. So next up we have Herman Moore, and I have not tested this card out at the time. He was very expensive. But my friends who have been testing him out speak very highly of Herman Moore, what I've been hearing. So 90 speed, 88 excel, 85 agility, 90 deep, 92 spec, 87 release, 90 medium, 87 short, 88 catching traffic, 88 catching. Giants, Lions, Legends, I'm in theme team. Only thing that really hurts this card, really, it may be just be the carrying a little bit and then change of direction. But has the nice traits as well. But the big thing is going to be he is currently 6'4", ladies and gentlemen. That is one of the big things with this card that everyone wants is a 6'4" fast wide receiver with some good route running as well. So only really hurt, I guess 87. The short is not 90, but I think with the speed and I think the excel maybe a little bit. Besides that, you're going to go crazy with Herman Moore with the jump ball animation, especially with deep out or matchup nightmare. You're going to go crazy. And I think the number one best receiver, and we legit just did the gameplay on DK Metcalf. I still might do Herman Moore. I don't know. I think is the number one receiver at this game right now is DK Metcalf, the fastest base route receiver. He also is not short. He's 6'3", which is an inch lower than Herman, but 91 speed, 88 excel, The agility is a little low at 83, but it's okay. 90 catching, 80 catching, traffic, 90 short, 90 no one medium, 92 deep. So far, what I've seen is the only wide receiver card that gets all of the route running thresholds over 90 in the game as of right now. And he's an LTD. 90 release, 80 change direction. So they really juiced up DK. Usually he's stiff as hell. I mean, he still has a stiff agility, but besides that, the COD doesn't hold him back and has some solid traits as well. So those are the best wide receivers here in Madden 23. And just in my personal opinion, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I mean, Andre Reed kind of is like an honorable mention. I still people use him. Sauce Gardner as well for a budget. It just, I mean, you still could probably put Sauce Gardner in the top 10. DJ Moore, but the only two maybe who could have creeped into the top 10 is Reed or Sauce Gardner. If you want to potentially take one of these guys out, which might be maybe Jalen or maybe Sutton, but I think Sutton's actually pretty good too. So that's just my thoughts and opinions. I hope you guys have a blessed one. I am out. Peace.